Hey everybody, this is the Tree Thinking Podcast. We're here for our final installment on the Fusion Tether video. My name's Jamie Schlittenhart. I have
Andrew Myron, Cory Shields,
Becca Snowdale.
We've really picked apart this thing on the last couple videos. I think video 2, if you're looking into buying this thing, maybe go check that out. It's a pretty good review. So today we're just going to have fun with it. We're at this awesome coastal redwood, and we've set up kind of a work climb. What we're going to do is set up our tethers, get ready for ascent, do an ascent. We have a couple stations in the tree, and then we'll descend out. So, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Cool. Alright, that was a lot of fun. I guess we'll just do kind of our final thoughts and wrap up this little project, our roundtable review of the Notch Fusion Tether. Andrew, you want to start it off?
Sure. It's been a lot of fun climbing with it. To be honest, when I first got it, I was, it was kind of like, oh sweet, we'll check it out and see what it's going, what it's gonna, how is it gonna change the game? I enjoyed the pulley. I know it, there's been mixed review on that, but I like having the integral pulley. I like having the spring on here, and this extra point's been pretty key for when I'm redirecting to different parts of the tree. I've used it. I didn't think I'd use it, but I've used it a couple times now. See, I was climbing with the Rope Wrench Pro quite a bit before we got these things.
Rope Runner.
Rope Runner Pro. And so ever since I started climbing with this, haven't used it once because I really wanted to run it through its paces. I'll probably go back to climbing to the Rope Runner Pro because that's just such a key. I like how that goes between single rope and double rope and whatnot. But on trees where I know I'm just going up and coming down on single rope, I'll probably use this again and keep using the Fusion. I've really liked it. long time ago, I made some fusions, or like me and my brother, some people at the company I was working with, made some aluminum ones. And I tried it a couple times, and it just seemed like it was bulky in the way it was a long time ago, so I can't remember if it was the angle or what I didn't like about it, but it never stuck. But And the way this one's designed, it's stuck. I'll probably use it anytime I'm using the rope wrench. That being said, you know, it is what it is. It's a Fusion. It's kind of unfair to compare it to the Rope Runner Pro because that's a complete climbing system. This is just a tether.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much, TreeStuff. I've had a lot of fun trying these out, climbing around on these trees and talking about it.
Cool. For me, there's no denying that like a stiff tether is beneficial. You know, there's been people making them for a long time. Even you guys were making them back a while ago. The attachment's awesome. We've talked about that every time. The nice spring. It's super smooth on ascent. But my downside to this thing is the attached pulley. I like my hitch climber pulley so much because I can say like a small mid-sized conifer removal. I can moving rope up and then slap my rope wrench on for the spar work or you know whatever. And I found that in a few trees. I would try to climb with this and I'm like, I kind of want to change over, and it just didn't work out too well for me. It'd be sweet if they made just a tether. I think that would be awesome without the attached pulley. That's kind of my thing. I'm a big fan of the hitch climber and being able to switch back and forth. But other than that, this thing is sweet. Like really smooth. Engage is nice. The handle's cool. The attachment points are great. I just like the versatility of the hitch climber.
I like it. It's I like how stiff it is, and I personally enjoy the pulley being integrated because it's all right there. Kind of like all the same stuff that I have been saying. You know, it's definitely more compatible with oval-shaped carabiners, and it takes a little bit more dialing in the prusik than like a full climbing system. I'm a rope runner girl myself, but if and when I do bust out the rope wrench, I would say that this Fusion is probably going to be my preference from now on. So, yeah, I like the spring, and yeah, I got mostly good stuff to say about it. So. Thank you so much. I'm swiping right.
All right. So I'll be upfront. I've kind of been upfront in these entire reviews. I was not a huge fan of this when I first saw it. In fact, I remember talking with Andrew. We saw it on a Facebook post or an Instagram post, and I was like, that is the most useless thing I think I've ever seen in my life. But it's won me over. I thought I was going to hate it. I really did.
You really tried to.
I really tried to hate it. I tried to find a reason to hate this thing, but I couldn't. It is a well-made, well thought out piece of gear. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I like the rigid portion of it. The attached pulley, while it does, I do have a few gripes about it. I do like the hitch climber setup with those multiple attachment points to hook in like a knee ascender or something like that. And even if they did like a half Beckett on this in the future, so you can attach those knee ascenders, that would make this pretty bomb-proof. I like that it's attached and that you're not going to be like fighting with it in the tree, but just the knee ascender, the way that I run my knee ascender and the lack of an attachment point, that's kind of a little bit of a worrisome, or a little bit of a not ideal spot for me. The only really worrisome spot, again, as I've mentioned before, is this kind of wear point up top here. Over the life of it, I don't know how it's going to respond. Again, it's still just kind of like a paint peeling thing at this point, and we've been using it for 2 or 3 months now. For a while.
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months. We've been using it for a while, so I'm going to keep an eye on that definitely in the future, and we'll see kind of how that responds. But other than that, this is I don't have a fancy rope runner. I don't have a zigzag, or I'm not really a big mechanical friction device kind of guy. So this is going to be my go-to for any time I'm using any kind of single rope. Like Andrew was saying, if you're just using single rope the entire time, it's really hard to beat this for a tether system. And I'm a fan of it. I'm definitely a fan of it. I'm going to be using it until they come up with something better, or I get a fancy mechanical device. But that might never happen. So.
I feel like if you know Cory, that means a lot for him to
be
be won over.
I don't change my mind often.
That's awesome.
Great.
So I think all in all, we're all stoked on this thing. thanks TreeStuff. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Go and try this Fusion. It is cool. There's something to be said about the stiff tethers. So yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you guys soon.